me with the Prince, which means it's the Prince and Me podcast number 17. Prince, wake the fuck up! Jesus Christ, dog. Come on, man. Come on. What has your life turned into? What is your life turned into? You're sleeping in a goddamn hot dog. What is your life resorted to? Are you a middle-aged man on the side of the road, or are you a fucking teenager ready to do a podcast? What the fuck's wrong with you? Are you good? You know, you alive? You thriving? You vibing? You on timing? No, you ain't on timing because you ain't ready for this podcast and I had to wake your ass up. Can I get a comment?
Comment.
A statement.
Statement.
Steak. An observation that isn't an observation.
Say what?
All right, awesome. But yeah, number 17, guys. And the world of wrestling is like a big ass cock. Because they're ready to fucking put it right in our mouth and spit it right out.
I was going to say because I love it, but yeah.
Either way. But we have an amazing episode for you where we're going to be talking about Money in the Bank 2024. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to be completely and honestly real with you guys. Did not catch one fucking lick of Forbidden Door. Did not catch one lick of it.
I caught the main event.
And to be fair, prior engagements. But from what you saw of the main event, what did you think?
I enjoyed the main event.
You enjoyed it? Good back and forth. I can only imagine with it being Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay. And it's crazy because I may have not watched it, but I did hear news circling around it that the only reason that match happened was because Will Ospreay heard in the back that Swerve Strickland wasn't being respected as the world champion and heard people in the back being like, I don't want to lose to Swerve Strickland. So Will Ospreay put it on himself to be like, don't want to be seen as the guy that's just going to take the title off you eventually. Right. So have me lose to you so you can be respected as the world champion.
I like that.
That is, honest to God, completely and utterly respectful and shows that Will Ospreay is willing to take the L as far as going out of his fucking way to take the L for Swerve Strickland.
Yeah.
Which hopefully Tony Khan can see and should mean that Swerve Strickland has long, prosperous title run.
I seen a clip the other day. I mean, it wasn't the first time I seen it, but I seen it for the first time in a couple of years. Swerve and Will Ospreay 7 years ago dancing in the ring to Bruno Mars. I love it.
See how far they've come.
Dancing to Bruno Mars to killing each other on pay-per-view. Main event.
But I saw at least a screenshot of them hugging after the main event, which is good and respectful. Also, when it comes to AEW, I may not watch it all that much, honestly, but I do catch glimpses of it. And something that happened tonight was MJF immediately turning heel against Daniel Garcia after about 2 or 3 weeks of him returning. Which, overall, MJF, it does kind of make sense for MJF to be more as the heel because that's how his character works. But at the same time, it's like the concern is with the same concern you would have for Timeless Tony Storm, where their acts are so over that the face has to fight even more to get fucking cheers.
Yeah.
Which is a struggle that you're going to face either way with this, but MJF, I think, can handle it just because of his mic work.
Yeah.
Whereas Tony Storm is like her character in itself is lovable. With MJF, he can be a real fucking piece of shit.
We cheered the fuck out of Tony Storm at AEW last week.
As you should. Because AEW should be getting the message that she is a face. Also, I saw on the lineup for AEW, at least tonight, that they had 3 different women's segments in it. 3 different women's segments in it. I was like, holy shit. They're going to get more than one match in one segment? I can't fucking wait. Or at least I can't wait to hear about it going on. I open up my phone and immediately see it was supposed to be Britt Baker's return. Mercedes Moné's double championship fucking celebration. And it was supposed to be a match. And immediately, Toni Storm and Britt Baker's segments just got melded together. And it's like, okay, so now you're just fucking teasing us. Now you're just like, why announce two different segments when they're going to be one segment? Like, that doesn't fucking make sense. But 'tis is what it is. In other news, I think I may have seen one of the absolute worst. It's not absolute worst. It's not absolute worst. The poorest attempt at acting, despite the fact that they were so desperately saying their actual true story, which was Lola Vice in the ring having a promo off against Roxanne Perez. And she had good cadence to her up until her telling her actual story about how she was raised and talking about her mother. It seemed so forced. It seemed way too forced and unnatural, which is like, it should be able to come out natural, especially when you're talking about how you were raised. So it's hard for me to especially judge, but she was definitely overcompensating on trying to go for tears when all she needed was a little bit more subtlety.
This story is worse than Cody Rhodes' story.
Cody Rhodes' story is one that will live in history forever.
History of being the shits.
Well, it turned out pretty good for him.
For him. Not for the viewership.
I mean, isn't there always kind of a downturn after the Mania season, you know?
Not after Roman beat Cody, there wasn't.
Yeah, that was a bold-faced assumption. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was just kind of hoping he was going to go along with it. But, you know, it is what it is. So put that fucking hand down. Put that fucking hand down. Put that fucking hand down. Put fucking home. Put both hands down. Jesus Christ. Anyways. Week number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, week 10 of wondering where the fuck Dijak is.
Well, no, we don't have to wonder where he is. We know where he is.
We know where the fuck he is. And I already made a video on my fucking YouTube channel, but there is still some residual fucking anger left in me as the fact that Dijak has been let go and released. I'm going to be real with you guys. Triple H rarely has fumbles. Like, he kind of rarely has fumbles. But they called this man up from NXT. And supposedly in NXT, he was slated to have an NXT title shot against Trick Williams, which would have been an amazing match because Dijak matches equals any good match in general. They call him up to the main roster, put him on WWE fucking speed. WWE speed. Have him lose to Xavier fucking Woods, which WWE Speed is already a fucking goddamn trap zone of, like, the WWE Women's titles. It's kind of like a fucking bad curse at this point. You have Ricochet leaving, you have Dijak leaving. It's like, as soon as you hit WWE Speed, it's like, maybe this company doesn't really want to use me. They're throwing me in 3-minute matches on a fucking social media platform. Like, do they really value me is where that goes.
Poor Xavier Woods.
Why poor Xavier Woods?
Because he's on Speed every week.
Yeah, but at least he's on the main show in a main show storyline against Karrion Kross. At least he's being featured.
True.
Whereas Dijak got called up and was ignored. And I mean, I guess good on Dijak for having more self-respect than Odyssey Jones. Because Odyssey Jones is still nowhere to be fucking seen.
He's still drafted to Raw.
He was still drafted twice. I know we're just reciting the same points.
This is getting worse than Veer Mahan is coming to Raw.
Where it's even worse because it's not being shoved down our throat every week, but it's just being kind of just told to us, yeah, he's still here. Is he? Yeah, no, he's still here. Don't worry, he's coming. He's coming soon. So that...
calling it Royal Rumble 2025.
Odyssey Jones makes his debut. Finally. After
he gets eliminated in like 20 seconds by Bronson Reed or Omos.
And then gets sent to WWE Speed and then gets fucking released. That seems to be the fucking way of these things. But again, it just is, maybe next week or one of these weeks we should do 5 or 10 people we would love to see Dijak face off against.
Okay.
That's something we could possibly do next week. Because there was so much potential for so many things to go right with this, but it didn't. Like, again, Dijak versus Ilya Dragunov on the main roster would have fucking killed it. It would have been fucking amazing. But did not happen. Supposedly, again, no basis for these rumors other than a random fucking notification on my phone, but there was supposedly a reason, whereas Dijak was leaking information to the dirt sheets. And I don't like to believe in rumors. I really don't. But there has to be some fucking justification here as to why a class act as Dijak, that Shawn Michaels fucking obviously loved in NXT, was drafted and then not used. That just does not sound right. So again, no validity to the fucking claims and the rumors that he was spreading shit to the. We don't really fucking know. I mean, Cameron Grimes is coming to UPW.
Which kind of politic?
I'll take that fucking finish. I'll take that fucking finish any day of the week.
I'd love to. Feast your eyes.
No, the Feast Your Eyes is also Cameron Grimes' finisher. I'll take that finisher any fucking day of the week. I could sell that shit like a goddamn bullet.
Because he actually does it good, unlike Kofi. I love Kofi, but Kofi did not do that move great at all.
I've seen Kofi fuck it up a few times.
I've seen him fuck it up every time.
That's also another, an aside. It is very depressing that they have now just fully given up on the Kofi Kingston Royal Rumble gimmick.
They did that a while ago.
Yeah, like two years ago. I know, but like it's
still. Because he fucked it up 2 years ago.
I know they tried it the next one and he fucked that one up. He fucked it up 2 Royal Rumbles in a row.
The 2021, he fucked it up doing something. 2022, he missed the fucking apron.
I think the first one was like he got fucking punched off, and then he was supposed to catch himself.
He's supposed to catch the chair, and the chair fell over.
Really?
Yeah, because it was Gunther. Gunther hit him off, and he fell onto the chair. The chair fell over. That was 2023. 2022, Kevin Owens pushed him. He was supposed to land on the barricade, but his feet still smacked the floor.
Sorry, Kofi. Sorry, I guess good things don't always last forever. But for how long it did last, it was a pretty creative thing that we did look forward to in the Royal Rumble. I'm saying that it ended, but 'tis is what it is. Next one. Speaking of WWE Speed, the main event, the next championship match. Andrade versus Xavier.
What are you laughing at?
Don't worry about it. It's Andrade versus Xavier Woods for the.
What's funny about this graphic of Andrade versus Xavier Woods?
There's nothing funny about it. I'm sorry. It's respectful. Don't worry. Anyways, that's happening. I mean, really, who fucking cares?
Yeah, Andrade's gonna win Money in the Bank while he's defending the Speed title against.
They're not even gonna let him bring They're not even gonna let him bring it out for the fucking Money in the Bank ladder match. Like when Ricochet had it, they never let him bring it out on the main show. I'm sorry, but like that kind of is like that immediately fucking buries the title if you're not even gonna let it be presented on the main show. When you're able to have another fucking company's championship come in, TNA's women's champion come in and present her title, but you don't even let your own company present its own title, it's like that's kind of wild a little bit. Like the logic is, well, we don't want to diminish the championship by not having it depend on the main show, and I mean that makes sense to an extent, but at the same time, it's like then you're just not presenting it at all. Ugh.
You know what I want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
Solo Sikoa. I'm talking to you, motherfucker. I'm calling you out. You are not my tribal chief, you son of a bitch. You leave Roman Reigns' position alone, you sack of shit.
Yo, when Jimmy and Jay brought up the idea of you being fucking tribal chief, Roman Reigns laughed his fucking ass
It
off.
wasn't even just Roman Reigns. You know who else left? Us, all the viewers. Because you ain't shit, bitch.
You know who is shit? Fucking Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu is the man.
Jacob Fatu's gonna fucking dethrone you.
Jacob Fatu has a better chance of being tribal chief than you. Jacob Fatu is not my tribal chief.
Jacob Fatu is gonna fuck you.
This man looks like he just watched that. I feel you, Paul.
Paul Heyman.
I feel you.
Paul Heyman's acting ability is genuinely
I seen
on
something yesterday
fucking point.
when I'm waiting for the doors to open at training.
Yeah.
He purposely deprived himself of sleep that night so he'd look fucking like the role.
That is, and again, I love how much he commits to it because he even lets his fucking white hairs like grow in. That, dude, no, that was an acting job of a fucking lifetime. It's also just like the Gorillas of Destiny saying, "I love you, Solo. You are my tribal chief." Jacob Fatu coming in with the most fucking energy in the fucking world into his fucking sentence, and then Paul Heyman just every little inch of any emotion you can derive out of a thing, he reacts to fucking perfectly.
Paul Heyman makes everything count, and it's great.
Yeah, no, and like, just the way he shook his head, the way he was like, no. What really got me was the fact that they let him fucking get shield powerbomb onto the fucking.
That was crazy.
Not only because I was afraid of what happened, like how he was gonna fucking take that, but also on top of that, it is kind of like. It is a little symbolic because it's like the shield powerbomb with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, so that does make sense. But, dude, I got scared for fucking Paul Heyman's life.
Yeah. And I'm surprised to let Jacob Fatu pull out a flying headbutt, too.
Yeah. Especially, did he really, I'm not sure if it was a rumor or not, but did he really break two of fucking Cody Rhodes' ribs last week? You have no idea? I heard that spiraling around somewhere, which I doubt.
Sucks to be Cody. By the way, why does it look like he just got done smoking with Van Damme in the back?
I fucking absolutely love Paul Heyman and everything about him. So I wish to meet him one day.
You know who else I love?
Who?
Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe
I
Hendry.
killed a man last week or 2 weeks ago. I killed a man because you sung his theme song. Do you not remember that? When I had a man's head in my goddamn crotch and broke his fucking neck.
Oh my.
I don't want to fucking hear about Joe Hendry anymore.
But you don't want to see this amazing match?
I don't. That is way too many fucking Joe Hendrys.
I'd love to see this match.
I would off myself on sight if I saw 5 Joe Hendrys.
I'd suck someone's dick to get this match.
What, are they all going to come out with different fucking songs for Moose? Is that what's going to happen? 5 different songs for Moose?
Yeah, he got rejected from football.
We have to hear that 5 different times with 5 different variations.
Yep.
That's the sound that I'm going to make.
Joe Hendry.
You know, never mind. It's not even fucking worth it anymore. Anyways, speaking of Moose, on to better things.
Moves. Rings of Saturn.
There you go. There you go. Moose tweeting out.
Oh.
Pretty sure Obafemi could give you a good challenge on NXT, is what Ringside Roster said to Moose. And Moose has responded, I guess we will never find out. I'm not for Nigerian. I'm Nigerian crime.
So, are you an obo-feminist?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And seeing Obafemi versus fucking Moose, Obafemi is one of those guys that, like, within the first few months of me seeing him and his fucking dominance, like, it's an act of NXT that I really love to see. Because when I first saw him, I was a little iffy because he was new and it seemed like someone out of, like, their developmental. But, like, he quickly fucking picked up. And I remember Who is it? It was a triple threat with him and 2 other guys that I absolutely fucking love.
Was it Dijak and
Dijak.
the other dude?
Brooks Jensen.
Sure.
It was that fucking triple threat match. His initial match, who the fuck was it against? I forgot, but I remember fucking really loving it. But yeah, no, again with the NXTNA crossover, it's just like we could see potentially fucking anything. So it's nice to see these different stars interacting with the idea of fighting with one another.
Yes.
Speaking of NXT/WWE stars going to other brands entirely, which again, not only a year ago, I was told multiple times by multiple people that would never fucking happen. That it would, like, the idea of WWE stars working the indies would never happen. We have the Creed brothers and Shayna Baszler doing GCW Bloodsport.
And this is Shayna's second time doing Bloodsport.
And the Creed brothers are certified main roster talent on top of Shayna Baszler.
Yes.
So this is no longer just NXT guys. This is no longer them just testing out the waters with NXT guys. This is them willing to take main roster talent and putting them on other entirely different independent seats. So I see no reason as to why they wouldn't be willing to put main roster talent on TNA.
Right.
Like this crossover is just fucking impeccable.
Side note. Have you seen any of Brutus Creed's YouTube videos reviewing food?
I see. He was talking very fucking like sus as fuck
About Bailey and Nia Jax?
Yeah, about Bailey and fucking I saw a clip of it and it was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, dude?
Like, first you're going Ryback on us doing food reviews, and now you're going. I don't know where I was going with that.
But like,
talking about
there's gotta be
the
like
co-workers' butt cheeks.
I only hope that it was an inside joke between them.
No, I heard Nia laughed about it,
Okay, good.
but I did not hear anything about Bailey's reaction.
Because there's got to be some level of like Drew Gulak, like, sexual harassment a little bit. There's got to be some vibes to that. I would only hope, again, that's a bold claim for a man that's never known of the interactions between these individuals. And I've heard no complaints against Nia Jax, just laughed at it. No response from Bailey. But like, again, it's only assumptions that they're all cool with it. But like, if not, then that is a tinge, a little bit creepy.
It's just weird because like they're people. It's not even like saying that stuff in general is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But they're your coworkers.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, like, I guess I understand the vibe just because of how like the jokes at wrestling training and shit like that. So you kind of understand that vibe. At the same time, just doing it that outwardly publicly is just a little weird, especially when you're eating food and just having that like vibe to it. It's just okay. That's a little fucking weird.
Right.
So yes, please respect your fucking coworkers, and I'm only assuming that Brutus Creed is doing so. And if he is, then cool. If not, you gotta get a fucking chill pill in you, buddy. Jesus fuck.
Fucking.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we'll get to this in a minute.
Okay.
I think we get to this right now.
I think we already talked about that.
Did we?
Yeah, we already talked about MJF turning heel against
You're right, we did.
Yeah.
Now that you say something, I remember.
Mm.
I have a horrible memory. Concussions.
No, you do not. This man says it, but it's like he'll remember something from like 10 years ago in every fucking detail of it. I'll be like, I have this vague memory of this one segment, and then this man will bring up the entire description of what happened with some certain lines. No, you got a good.
What do you mean the promo at the Raw to WrestleMania 29 when Randy Orton forgot his lines and he asked Sheamus live on TV, "What's my line?"
Exactly, encyclopedia.
I was
knowledge.
watching that yesterday. That's the only reason I fucking brought that up.
Yeah, no, but you encyclopedia knowledge over here for fucking WWE, honestly.
If it happened more than 5 years ago, I remember it. If it happened less than 5 years ago, not a fucking clue.
Yeah, 1 year after the other, I don't fucking know.
Right, but if it happened before COVID, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, no, everything. COVID really just fucked up my memory, man. It's just,
So did wrestling. Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. We got fucking Seth Rollins versus Dasmiz Priest for the World heavyweight title.
Yo, I don't know who typed this,
Yeah.
but he might have been on some Tony Khan type shit.
Yeah, he was fucking high as hell, though. Yeah, Seth Rollins versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight title. This one is actually kind of like,
Keep going.
yeah, no, it's kind of like, it's kind of like 50-50. Not 50. It's not even 50-50 necessarily. It's kind of like more like 75-25, where it's like there is a chance for a full circle moment of Finn Balor coming in and costing Damian Priest the title. Like Damian Priest cost Finn Balor the title against Seth Rollins
At this event last year.
So maybe they can maybe they'll even fucking tease that. They can even fucking tease that, but then still have Damian Priest kick out. But like, it would suck to see. I don't see Seth Rollins, like you said. I don't see Seth Rollins as a transitional champion, because either way, we all know that Gunther is winning at SummerSlam.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, it's fucking.
Yeah, if he doesn't win at SummerSlam, and then if they're fucking something up because of the way they built him up with the Intercontinental title, they've only had 3 or 4 people beat him. So it's like him immediately getting shot to the World Heavyweight title is like perfectly in line. So I honestly got to see Damian Priest winning this, but I feel like there'll be a story beat moment where Finn Balor does something that will ultimately cause the end of Judgment Day.
I feel like 90% of the matches on this card are going to have just a bunch of fuckery and interference.
Yeah, I'd say only. I'd say only. Like,
I'd say 4 out of the 5.
I'd say 3. I don't see anyone that could. I can see. We'll get into it, but I can agree with you on the next match, which is going to be the actual Money in the Bank for the.
This one's going to have like so much interference.
So let's go down the list. We got Chad Gable, which the Wyatt 6 is probably going to fucking interfere. We got Drew McIntyre. CM Punk is possibly going to interfere. We got Andrade, the WWE Speed Championship, is going to interfere in his momentum, so it's not going to work there. We got LA Knight, which Logan Paul might interfere. We got Carmelo Hayes. And then we got Jey Uso.
Which the bloodline might interfere.
Honestly, maybe. If we want to stretch it, maybe. So Carmelo Hayes is legitimately, percentage-wise, the most likely man to win this match.
You see, normally you go one-on-one with other men. You got a 50-50.
No. If you can recite that entire thing,
I can.
No, let's not press it. No.
I can.
Yeah, we'll release it as a fucking short reel if you can do it after. But yeah, no, honestly, the man that we're more than likely going to see win this is probably Jey Uso.
Unfortunately.
I'd say unfortunately as well.
Not because I don't like Jey Uso, just because why?
I mean, he couldn't win the IC title, so I guess it makes sense in some fashion.
He failed to win every singles title on the main roster in the last 12 months. Failed to win the Universal title at SummerSlam. He failed to win, was it the fucking... Because there was also the WWE title at SummerSlam at the time. There was 2.
Yeah.
So he failed to win both of those. Failed to win the World Heavyweight title against Seth Rollins. No, Jey Uso. He didn't have a Rollins match. That was Sami Zayn shit.
No, I think he had a match against Seth Rollins.
He might have, yeah. But either way, he failed to beat Damian.
Oh.
He failed to beat Gunther. And he failed to beat Austin Theory for the U.S. title, too.
Yeah.
Failed to win all of them. Why the fuck would you put Money in the Bank on?
And also, it's just because of his actual match style. His entrance is really fucking good, but his match style is pretty fucking a little bit by the books and predictable.
It's bland.
Yeah, it's got
super kick, uppercut, super kick, Samoan drop, super kick, spear, super kick, splash.
And then also on top of that, his actual like mic work is not superb by any means. Again, when he was in the midst of the bloodline, he had amazing mic work because he had amazing emotion to fucking pull from.
And you had amazing people working with him.
But it feels a little stiff. A little stiff.
Who got stiffed?
What?
Who got stiffed?
No, Jey Uso's mic work feels like a stiff hit to the face a little bit. Because it's kind of just really jolty and it's kind of just like he's got the yeet. But it's just looking for more fluidness, which is crazy because I've seen him do backstage interviews where it seems like he's really kind of just going off the rip a lot easier.
Yeah. I like the field for this men's.
Oh yeah, no, trust me. The field on this one is really fucking good. You got the big guy in Drew McIntyre. You got the smaller guy in Chad Gable. You got the high flyer Carmelo Hayes. You got the Stone Cold like LA Knight. You got the Latino in Andrade, and you got the hype man in Jey Uso. You got a nice arrangement of fucking people in this match.
Right.
But who I would personally like to see win this match is the same person that I want to see win the IC title at Mania, which is Chad Gable. Like that is personally who I want to, because I know also in the context, I guess, Chad Gable's storyline, he has to eventually get that IC title first, so it makes sense, I guess, to not shoot that. It doesn't make sense for LA Knight to necessarily. I don't think it makes sense.
It doesn't make sense for LA Knight to win, but I want him to win so bad.
Because it's like he's going after the U.S. title with Logan Paul. Yeah. So that.
Which, funny. Last year at Money in the Bank, we thought he'd be doing the same thing, going after the U.S. title with Logan Paul at SummerSlam.
And then we thought he was going to go after the U.S. title at Mania. And then that was kind of full circle after a year. But I wouldn't even say necessarily. Okay, I feel like LA Knight's hype has stagnated, but not in a bad way. What is stagnated at a good fucking pace where it's like, usually when you think of stagnant, like imagine the hype is up here, but the stagnation that you would assume is like down here.
Right.
He's found like right here.
Right. He's still popular as all hell, but
they're just not doing that much with him other than the Logan Paul shit.
Right. Which is good.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm glad he's still being. It's because he's being featured in a good way, and he's able to show off his talent in ring consistently, and he's treated with respect.
It sucks because like I'd love to see it, but with them. As long as it's been taking them just to build up this U.S. title storyline with LA Knight, I don't see LA Knight winning a world title in WWE, like, ever. I want it so bad.
Yeah.
But with his age and how slow they take things now,
yeah,
I don't see LA Knight winning a world title in WWE.
Because realistically, the next two champions are going to be Randy Orton and Gunther.
Right.
And LA Knight, I don't see turning heel, so I don't see why he would. I can see Randy Orton turning heel, but
Randy's going to turn heel. He keeps eyeing that WWE title on Cody Rhodes.
So, I mean, maybe you could have LA Knight cashing out of him. Maybe you're
definitely LA Knight cashing in on Randy would be fire.
Yeah. So, and also because like last year, it's kind of fucked up because everyone wanted LA Knight to win the Money in the Bank. So, are they going to deprive us of that 2 years in a row? And to be fair, it's not like we've never seen a Money in the Bank person also have the U.S. title a la Miz.
Miz did it, and I feel like someone else did it, but I might be wrong.
Did Seth Rollins do it or
no?
No? So, I mean, yeah, I guess it's good because we can't fully predict 100% on anyone.
Right.
But it's more than likely going to be Jey Uso just with the hype and shit like that.
I know RVD had Money in the Bank with the Intercontinental title.
But also, what's a little bit weird is I feel like they're low key setting up Jey Uso versus Wyatt Six as well.
Kinda, yeah.
Just with the fact that in the backstage interview, it was like, I don't want no fucking smoke with them. They can have the fucking Fireflies back. It's like,
I'll take the cockroaches. I'll take the mosquitoes. That was funny.
Yeah, that's funny. But it's just so weird because like also with the Wyatt Six in their presentation, this is like a side tangent. I don't know how their presentation in the ring's gonna be. Like when fucking Bo eventually wrestles, there's no way he's going to be in the fucking Uncle Howdy gear.
Right. Well, because also another thing about him wrestling, ring rust is a real thing. Bo Dallas, he's been signed to the company for 2 years now. But he has not had a wrestling match in 5 years.
Yeah. And on top of that, there's also the weird aura of Bray Wyatt hanging over it to where you would assume that Bo Dallas' wrestling style is not necessarily going to be a wrestling style, more so like an aesthetic.
Right.
Which Bray Wyatt was wrestling consistently for like a long ass time and was able to weld that into it. And with Bo Dallas, it's like we don't know until we see him wrestle.
Right.
So that's a little bit of like hesitation with it. Obviously with people like fucking Joe Gacy, with fucking Eric Rowan, with Dexter Loomis, and Nikki Cross, I feel like they'll be able to hold up his ring rust from being presented.
I don't feel like Dexter is that good in the ring.
Yeah, because again, it's like his character's welded into the actual wrestling style itself.
But also, this is a perfect gimmick for him.
Yeah, no, I'm glad they were able to find something for him.
Yeah.
Because beforehand he was doing nothing, and before that he was
FD.
and then before that he was stalking the Miz, and then they had a shitty match.
Yeah, and it was weird. Like the Miz was paying him to stalk him or something.
They really had to they had to backtrack. They had to reach hard for that fucking storyline to work because it was against Johnny Gargano, and they had to fucking backwards logic it to make it work. Yeah, it sucks, but there's at least two highlights of Dexter Loomis's career in WWE so far. When he got married to Indy Hartwell and finally said "I do," that was genuinely very wholesome and fucking touched my heart. And also, when he did cut the canvas and pulled Miz down,
that was cool.
I like that too. But so yeah, I'm glad. I hope to see him. I don't know how the Wyatt Six is going to be presented in the ring because if they're going to try, there's no way in fucking hell with those big ass masks they're going to be able to be presented well in the ring.
They gotta unmask.
And genuinely, I love Bo Dallas's aesthetic just face wise. Not only because he reminds me of Bray Wyatt, obviously, but also even before that with the Bo Leave and shit like that, and with the B team, like he had a good presentation.
Well, I like that they also have like. It's obviously it's in his mind in the character wise, but it's good. It's got Bo Dallas is separate from Uncle Howdy. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the fucking tape. That
promo. How did it feel when your brother died? That was wild.
It was fucking deep as all hell and fucking encompassed it really well. Not only spilling his heart out as to him missing his brother, but also interwoven it into the gimmick itself.
Yeah.
So again, presentation-wise for the Wyatt Six, I feel like they've done beautifully. And with their first victim being fucking Chad Gable is kind of a little bit out of left field, honestly. It was not seeing that because I don't think Bray Wyatt's had any prior engagement with fucking Chad Gable. Unless it was like Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus Chad Gable and goddamn Shelton Benjamin. Like that was a team, right? Yeah, okay, good.
That was a different time.
Different times.
They never really interacted ever.
So it is a bit odd.
They did interact.
All right.
American Alpha won the tag titles from Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt.
So with that little bit of knowledge, that could potentially, and that was all the way back in 2016 too. So and it was never brought up in the Fiend gimmick at all. But at the same time, maybe there's some little tinge right there. Really, who they pinned?
Randy Orton.
Was it Jason Jordan that pinned him?
No.
Chad Gable pinned Randy Orton. Okay, with that knowledge, my day's a little bit brighter. Awesome, I'm glad. Probably after some screwy shit where Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt broke up. So I mean, that's fair. No.
They beat him clean on SmackDown.
Well, that makes
the only reason I remember that is because I was there.
See, that's what I'm telling you, man. Encyclopedia of fucking knowledge right here. That's what I know. I know.
And I remember being pissed.
That's what I'm saying. You know these random fucking things. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, so I don't know again how they're gonna work with Chad Gable because I don't want to see Chad Gable get steamrolled by this fucking group.
He's gonna get shot in the head again.
I like how Triple H was like, we had to bring him back next week because everyone was saying he was getting shot in the head, and we're like, that didn't fucking happen. Like, we gotta show it was just a vicious attack.
There was a bullet hole.
There was not a bullet hole. There was literally just and then a little splatter.
There was a bullet hole in this motherfucker's head. He got shot.
Well, I'm glad that they were able to portray that intensity to you.
Bray Wyatt did paranormal shit. Uncle Howdy's shooting motherfuckers.
That it would have been amazing if He's walking down that fucking hallway with that little dance he does with a fucking gun in his fucking hand.
We need to add Arn Anderson to the group.
I mean, realistically, could they start bringing guns? No. I
We need to add Arn Anderson and Cash Wheeler.
For Netflix, when they move to Netflix, which I can't wait because then I'll actually be able to watch it because I don't got cable. Are they going to be allowed to do backstage segments with guns if they go to Netflix?
Yes. People are going to get shot.
Because
Liv Morgan's going to get stabbed again like she did on Chucky.
Because there's no way in fucking hell they can't bring a gun out in front of a crowd. There's no way.
There's been multiple, not WWE, but I've seen it happen many times. Steve Austin had a gun on Raw.
It was a fake. It was the fucking like boom.
Well, you know how I know they can pull out guns though in backstage segments. Brian Pillman.
Yeah, no, I know that for a fact. That was like, even offhand. That wasn't even in the building. That was like all the way at fucking Pillman's house.
Still, it'll be on WWE TV.
But even when they did that, they had to fucking cut the fucking cord.
They did have guns. WrestleMania 22, Cena's gangster entrance, and he shot it off in the arena.
So why didn't Uncle Howdy have a fucking gun then? Come on, Triple H, don't be a fucking bitch.
Right, you got CM Punk hanging off a gangster car, dressed up as a gangster holding a gun. You got John Cena firing one off in the arena.
Bring guns back. So, yeah, for Money in the Bank, we have no outwardly decisive winner. It's probably going to be Jey Uso, but I prefer to have Chad Gable, even fucking Carmelo Hayes.
I prefer.
Fuck it.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a run-in. Joe Hendry is going to win the fucking case.
Yeah, he'll fucking run in and be like, get tossed out the ring like he did last time.
So I re-downloaded Twitter just to tweet at Joe Hendry today, and then I deleted Twitter again.
Was it that he got immediately eliminated from that battle royal?
No, I tweeted at Joe Hendry about a graduation party.
Wait, your graduation party.
Not mine, but I'm going to my friend tweeted about it, his graduation party, and he keeps saying Joe Hendry's name and he doesn't appear. So he said he's going to say his name at the graduation party and hope Joe Hendry appears. So I quote tweeted it and defended him. I'm like, yes, Joe Hendry must appear at the graduation party. We're going to say his name till he appears.
Joe Hendry.
Hoping Joe Hendry, I know it's not going to happen, but hoping Joe Hendry sees the tweet. I know he's not going to go to the graduation party.
You're not living up to your fucking name, though.
But at least let him like the tweet.
At least that, but you're not living up to your name if you don't, go to that.
So we're going to keep saying Joe Hendry's name at this graduation party.
You better fucking come.
Like, if you say Mike Gagne's name, he'll appear. He's here.
I don't want him to be here. That's the reason why he's not actually appearing, because the Triforces are fucking colliding. He wants him here. I don't. So
I don't want him here, but he just comes in. It just happens.
It's at your door.
Wouldn't be surprised.
But yeah.
One time I was gone somewhere as I came home and he was on my couch.
Naked.
Man,
What?
we don't talk about that part.
Next match.
Cody Rhodes and RKO.
R-Truth?
No.
What's up?
No, it's
What's
not.
up?
No, it's not.
People over there, what's up?
It's not R-Truth. It's Randy Orton.
He's going to win the Royal Rumble this week.
This
This
week.
week. The fuck
Yeah,
are
isn't
you
that the
talking
upcoming
about? The
pay-per-view?
fuck should... That's not even close to... Okay, no, RKO, Randy Orton, and Kevin...
My bad, y'all. My bad.
No.
I'm not sucking my own dick down there.
My bad. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Versus the Bloodline.
Jacob Fatu, fucking Solo Sikoa. Fuck you, Solo. You ain't my tribal chief. And Tama Tonga.
I honestly got to see probably maybe Randy Orton turning on Cody Rhodes in this match.
I think it happens. Oh no, they're probably gonna wrestle at SummerSlam. Even though I'd rather them wait till Mania.
But at least it'll give Cody Rhodes a good story.
It'll get the belt off Cody. Let's do it.
No, that's not happening. It's
Not right
happening.
away.
No, it's not happening this episode.
I feel like Cody's gonna win at SummerSlam, and then they're gonna have like a rematch in like September or October, and then Randy takes it, and then Cody winds up taking it back at Mania because
He needs to finish the story. Dude, imagine if that actually were to happen and Twitter blew up again, and it was just like Cody needs to finish the story again. I can see it happening.
He already did it.
I tweet it.
You know who needs to finish this?
You know,
story?
as soon as that segment happened,
Arch.
as soon as that story happened, where The Rock was like, "I'm taking this match from you," the first thing I did was I downloaded Twitter and I tweeted, "We want Cody," and then I deleted Twitter. No, I didn't fucking download it.
So I had Twitter at the time, and I kept every time I'd see a quote tweet about "We want Cody," I'd respond with something like "We want Omos," "We want Chris Benoit," "We want Brock Lesnar,"
See,
"We want Vince McMahon,"
see, did
"We
yours?
want The Rock."
But when you looked up in the Twitter section, the Twitter feed, you know, did We Want Cody have more tweets than did yours?
I did see one that wasn't "We want Cody" that had some fucking.
Which one was it?
It was "We want Rocky."
I don't believe you. Don't believe you.
I'm not gonna lie, it didn't have as much as "We want Cody." It was still trending. It's okay. People, it's okay.
I was calling you on your phone. I believed you, but then you just fucking rescinded.
Also, it's okay though, because Twitter isn't real, and everyone on Twitter is a mark,
and
they don't understand
I can agree with that.
how professional wrestling actually works.
But yeah, I see Randy Orton turning on Cody Rhodes, and then Bloodline winning probably.
Bloodline wins. Cody Rhodes needs to get pinned. No, Kevin Owens, just like always, is in this match to take the pin.
Dead ass.
Jacob Fatu needs to get the pin. It'll be solo, but it should be Jacob
It's
Fatu.
gonna be Cody Rhodes getting a win on fucking Jacob Fatu. After one crossroads.
You're talking,
Dude, it was crazy.
Is he getting a win on Jacob Fatu or Jacob Fatu? Oh, I didn't even tell you about that. Me and Asher Zero were at AEW, and what's fucking not Khan, but his partners from the Gates of Agony.
Yeah.
We called him Jacob Fatu. Dollar store Jacob Fatu.
That's crazy because my boss watched WrestleMania, and he's like, he kind of is semi-supportive of wrestling, but he was drunk watching wrestling.
Yes.
And then I just see after the Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes fucking match, he fucking texted me, "Hey man, I like Cody Rhodes, but like his finisher sucks. He needs to hit it like 3 times to win the match."
Cody sucks.
I'm just saying purely from an out of wrestling
Smart
fan
man.
perspective. Yeah, kind of a smart man. I'll give him that. But you know, again, that match should have ended with a crossroads off the top rope. I'm just saying it.
Would have been better than just 3 crossroads.
Yeah,
And
no.
he hit like 6 of them in the entire match. Made his finish look weak,
At least it's not as bad as Chase.
but it also did show how much of a goat Roman Reigns is.
Anyways, Zoe Stark versus Chelsea Green versus Naomi versus Lyra Valkyria versus Io Sky versus Tiffany Stratton for the women's Money in the Bank. This one is really up in the air. I mean, genuinely, who do I see winning?
I'm gonna download Twitter and chant "We want," or not chant, tweet "We want Chelsea."
I'd say, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, it's just with Chelsea. It's gonna be Bailey. I don't know who's gonna take the title off of Bailey. It's gonna be Jade Cargill. No. Yeah, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. Trust me. Don't worry. Don't want that. Don't want that. At least within the next month, we don't want that. The next year, probably.
You know where I want Jade Cargill to wind up? Where Ryback is, doing nothing.
That's not
She
nice.
sucks.
Ryback is a depressed man.
Is it really?
He is a depressed.
No, Ryback's just a fucking possessed man. He's fucking.
No, Ryback is depressed. You can see him in his fucking eyes when he talks shit. Where he's saying things literally just to get attention.
I hate CM Punk.
Yeah, no. This is a weird aside, but I heard a random story on a random reel. I don't know from what wrestler. Supposedly he smoked weed with Bret Hart. I don't know. Some guy smoked weed with Bret Hart. Again, take the story with a grain of salt. Smoked weed with Bret Hart, and the entire time Bret Hart couldn't stop talking about how much he fucking hated Goldberg for ending his career.
I'm not surprised. I seen a picture the other day. Bret Hart looked high off his ass. He's hanging out with Snoop Dogg. He looked high off his ass.
Well, at least I'm glad that Brett is hopefully living a better life where he's not constant. Imagine fucking Bret Hart just having a fucking smoke session with Snoop Dogg, just being like, this guy Goldberg just fucking sucks. Fuck him. I fucking hate him. He fucking ruined my life. And it's like Snoop Dogg's just like, yo, man, I'm just trying to fucking vibe. But, anyways, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match against Zoe Stark versus Chelsea Green versus Naomi versus Lyra Valkyria versus Io Sky versus Stephanie Stratton. Io Sky won it last year. She's not winning it this year.
Chelsea Green.
It's probably gonna be Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, Tiffany's gonna be over.
It's probably gonna be. It should be Tiffany Stratton.
I just want it to be Chelsea Green, but I'll be happy with Tiffany.
Yeah.
Happy with Tiffany. Wow.
But to be fair, I mean, what was it? It was Chelsea Green versus Bianca Belair versus Michin. And then looked like Bianca Belair was about to get the win, and then Chelsea Green fucking ripped her off, threw out the ring, and then got the win herself, and that got a good pop.
Good.
So I'm glad they're still throwing her a bone. I don't know how she's a cowardly character. She's a Karen. I like the idea of them playing with that comedically within the match.
Yes.
Like her being afraid of ladders and weapons and shit like that.
Right. She's like, why do I have to climb this ladder?
And I feel like she'll pull a creative spin on how to get to that briefcase.
How to win it.
Huh?
How to win it.
Yeah, how to win it. But yeah, no, I mean, again, I don't see anything wrong with this I don't see anything wrong with this field, honestly. Again, you got more of a hard hitter with Zoe Stark. You got the bitch of Chelsea Green. You got the flexibility of Naomi. You got the newer person with Lyra Valkyria. You got the fucking Japanese style with Io Sky. And then you got fucking pretty bitch and Tiffany Stratton. There you go. Sorry. I don't mean to, but I mean, it just is what it is. That's her gimmick. It's Tiffany time. What more can you get out of that than I'm a bratty fucking princess bitch?
Oh my.
I need somebody to make it's Tiffany Stratton's fucking Titantron video, but it's Barbie girl playing in the background.
Dude, if I would, honest to God, at one of the shows that we were joking how like, what was it? It was at a fucking Pro Wrestling Mid-South. They were joking to me since I fucking cross-dressed. They were like, you should come out to Barbie Girl. And I'm like, I'm fucking good on that one.
See, I kept fucking with people before my first match saying I was going to come out to Barbie Girl. And then Caden tells me, he goes, if you say that one more fucking time, you're going to come out to Barbie Girl.
Sammy, this is not the main event. I don't know do you think the men's Money in the Bank is going to be the main event?
No.
No? Where do you see the six-man?
Six-man.
Six-man being a main event?
You said the Bloodline's over. I feel like Cody and RKO is going to win.
What?
Because of Roman Reigns.
I don't think
Actually, no, it'll be like Jimmy Uso interfering.
Actually, that would be fucking awesome.
It'll be Jimmy.
Yeah.
Roman's being saved till SummerSlam.
Yeah, Roman's getting saved till SummerSlam, and also Jimmy is a good way to start planting those seeds.
You know it's going to be like Solo and Roman at SummerSlam.
And then also, like, actually fucking, I mean, them attacking Jey Uso during the Money in the Bank would lead reason as to, like, planting seeds of them setting up for Survivor Series.
For the War Games, yeah.
Yeah, for the War Games, so that would be fun. But not main event, I don't think. It'd be kind of cool, I guess, if it was main event, but it's Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the IC title.
This match is going to cook.
It's probably going to be the fucking one of the best.
I think this will be match of the night.
I can see that.
Obviously, the most entertaining thing will be the Money in the Bank ladder matches, but I don't count those. It's like Royal Rumble. I don't count that stuff as match of the night.
Yeah.
Because that's more of an attraction.
It's a gimmick match.
Right. It's a gimmick match. Like, something like this counts as like match of the night type shit.
I also like it because I have a feeling that Braun Breaker is probably going to win this match.
What she should.
And if that's the case, then they're really, again, treating fucking NXT call-ups with the grace that they fucking deserve.
As they should have been for the last multiple years.
Braun Breaker was the NXT champion for a long time and was the main head of NXT when it was first getting the rebrand. To not put the IC title on him and to make him wait longer, especially when he's on this fucking high ride right now.
Right.
He literally is a fucking monster. He kicked Ricochet out of the fucking company. He fucking destroyed Ludwig Kaiser.
That was fucking beautiful.
Yeah, with the I love Ludwig Kaiser's fucking move that he uses only outside of matches where he runs around the fucking ring and then fucking drop kicks them. But like Braun Breaker spearing him was fucking devastating. The only thing that kind of makes me a little fearful with the booking is that usually, I don't know, with booking philosophy, it's usually like you want the person that's going to lose look strong on the go home episode. And with Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn having their little fucking tit tat, at the end of it, Braun Breaker like spears Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn goes to the outside of the ring. Braun goes for the around the ring spear, and Sami Zayn jumps over and sending him into the fucking steps. But eventually, Braun Breaker gets the advantage and is able to spear Sami Zayn one more time, standing strong.
Right.
So that means Sami Zayn's more than likely going to win, and that's like, I don't think Sami Zayn needs it. He to be fair, he beat Gunther, so that in itself deserves a long ass fucking title reign.
Yeah.
And then he beat Chad Gable multiple times, and he beat Bronson Reed. So I mean, I don't know. I think Braun Breaker just needs it more than Sami Zayn does at this.
Yeah, Sami doesn't need it at all. Sami has done so much over the last year and a half. He doesn't need it.
And I don't think anyone would be too pissed off, especially with how the hype around Braun Breaker read.
Yeah. And if Sami wins, I'll kind of be a little mad. Not because Sami won. I love Sami. But it's because Breaker lost.
Yeah. But I got overall, like again with the WWE product, it's like at this point 9 out of 10 times you can fully trust it, whereas before only 1 out of 10 times you can trust it.
Right.
There's obviously going to be misses. There's obviously going to be situations like Dijak, but no one man can carry a perfect fucking ship.
Right.
So, good on you, Paul Levesque, for officially turning WWE into the main fucking brand of wrestling that is actually cool to watch again.
For the first time in 20 fucking years. Even when it was the only brand of wrestling to watch, it wasn't the coolest brand of wrestling to watch.
It was embarrassing to watch WWE when I started in 2011. It was quite embarrassing.
I started around the same time. And I was a kid, so I didn't know.
The first match, I'm pretty sure the first time I turned on WTV, I saw Hornswoggle. And I think that says, because now a kid watching wrestling for the first time is going to turn on that TV and see
fucking, who were you going to go with?
Braun Breaker fucking spearing the shit out of Ricochet and fucking throwing him.
I was going to go with Gunther chopping the shit out of somebody.
No, I was going to say Gunther's chopping the shit out of fucking Dominic Mysterio.
That was entertaining.
Yeah, no.
No, they're going to see Liv Morgan fucking riding Dominic Mysterio on Netflix.
Oh, God.
See you next time.
Have a beautiful day, my dudes. Have a beautiful day. I love you all.